you know how like Twitter has threads where like, you know, you say something and then later on like
You
somebody will reply and then you say something else.
Did he forget to switch to the backup
and
account?
you forget to switch to your backup account. And you out yourself as a goddamn NDA breaking piece of shit.
Congratulations.
I've tried so many times to tell you this is as good as I can be. Why isn't it enough to be faithful and also be the hit of the party?
Well, good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, Eric.
Good afternoon, rise and shine. Let's go bowling.
So, it's been a while since we played a game on this channel that wasn't Pathologic 2.
It has been a while, and thanks everybody for really all the feedback from our Pathologic series. Really enjoyed reading all that, and the Pathologic Season 2 coming soon.
Yeah, but until such that day comes, I wanted to take a little bit of a break, do something a little bit different, change it up some, and also just maybe, like, take our mind, obviously, like, you know, you just had a baby, I just had a baby. Things are very stressful right now.
Yeah, baby gang.
We haven't gotten to the part yet, but there's a part later on in Pathologic 2 where there are, like, babies you have to save sometimes. And you know what? I don't want to be saving any babies. I save babies all day long.
Got enough babies to save.
Yeah, so we're going to put that on just, like, the briefest of pauses. We'll be back with it very soon.
Yep.
But right now, I just kind of wanted to do something that we did maybe a year ago for LA Noir.
Yeah.
And that's just take a nice little stroll around the city.
Sounds good.
And the city that I picked this time is Liberty City.
See some sights, meet some people.
The first thing I do want to do, though, you did bring it up, bowling. I want to make sure that our phone is set to sleep mode, because otherwise it kind of is hard to just walk around and do nothing in this game.
Oh yeah.
Got a lot of needy friends in Liberty City.
Gotta screen your calls. Just don't call me. Just don't.
Yeah, nobody should be calling anybody.
I'll
in
get
this
back
day
to
and
you
age.
when I get back to you in a manner that is not telephone call.
Yeah. So, I don't know how much you've played Grand Theft Auto 4. You know, this game came out over, a decade ago.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, well, I guess, GTA 5 almost came out a decade
Yeah,
ago. It's been
almost,
9 years for that.
2013,
This is 15
Yeah.
years. But what's your opinion on Grand Theft Auto 4?
This is the one I have played the least and know the least about.
Oh, good. I'm glad I picked it for us to
you
talk
picked
over.
that one too. I mean, I know a little bit. Nico comes over from a war-torn land after his buddies are betrayed, and this game's just basically one big revenge trip.
Kind of.
That's one of the main plots.
One of the things about the reason that why Nico's here in America is to get revenge on some stuff that happened to him back in his homeland. But it's also like he is trying to help his cousin, and he's trying to just kind of make a new life in America for himself.
Oh, yeah.
It's very much like, I feel like Grand Theft Auto as a series is in such a weird place. Because on one hand you have like the generic, like what you would call a Grand Theft Auto fan online, who, whether that's somebody who just plays a lot of GTA Online, or somebody who really likes the series just because of like the rude jokes and the nasty humor and the sexual content, and the drug references.
Social commentary.
The thing is that it does have a lot of that. It does have a lot of that tongue-in-cheek social commentary, but it feels like a lot of the people that play it, or at least that are vocal about it, don't understand that they're probably the ones that the game is making fun of.
Oh yeah, they're the target of the.
And it's very interesting because, like, Grand Theft Auto 5, it is one of the, it is like the highest selling piece of media that's ever been created. Like, so there's no way that everybody can look at it and say, and not walk away offended by at least like some portion of it. Like Grand Theft Auto 5, famously, like it was, it had that big torture scene, which is kind of like responding to all the stuff that was going on in like the Iraq War at the time of development.
Mm-hmm.
And then this game right here, it's very much like trying to recapture, Grand Theft Auto 4 is trying to recapture the American dream, but it's doing it from a very like, Eastern European perspective in a way that's not really shown in a lot of media, like whether it's games or movies or books. Like, obviously, there are lots of books about like coming to America from every single different nationality that has made that trip. But you don't see this type of story very often. Like, Nico Bellic is a fantastic character.
Yeah.
And he has a lot of heart, he has a lot of darkness, and it's... Oh, hold on. We can give this bum some money.
Give him a little money.
See?
Give back.
Yeah.
You know.
And I've got $254 that I made from selling my ass. No, I made it from selling or for driving around cabin people for
cabin.
taxi driving.
Classic immigrant job. I mean, at least it was before Uber took over.
Also, just look at this lighting.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Look at that.
Yeah.
For a game this old to still look this good, and this is without like any types of mods or anything. Obviously, I'm playing this on a computer that would not have been invented by the time this game released, and so it did not look this good on PC then. But the fact that you can just kind of pull it, quote unquote, out of the box now and it still looks this good is really, really impressive.
Really holds up. And it even this version looks better than the recent re-releases of the other games they did.
Oh, the trilogy?
Yeah, the trilogy remake.
The definitive editions.
That's the one.
Yeah.
That's the one.
I feel like I said everything I needed to say in my Screen Rant review of the definitive editions, but good God, like, what the fuck was even the point of that? It doesn't look better. Like, it just looks weird.
Yeah, it does. No, they just slapped a fresh
Coda iPhone.
Yeah.
They slapped a fresh
they put a
mobile game.
Snapchat filter over the whole fucking game.
Yeah.
And then re-released it as a brand new money machine. Because, I mean, people bought it.
Oh, look how cold these guys are. They were shivering just a second ago.
They're just kind of hanging out on the playground.
Maybe they're all cracked out.
Yeah, I think these guys are.
They might be cracked
these
out.
guys are drugs, and these guys
Oh,
are.
what's this guy doing?
He's going to sell them more drugs. He's like, hey, you guys look like you're on drugs. He knows his audience.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna follow this guy.
Yeah. There's a guy sleeping there. He's sleeping it off.
Oh man, this is the drug spot.
Yeah.
This is where Jesse almost shot those cartel guys, and then Walt drove him over with his car.
Oh yeah.
He's right there.
The Aztec.
Oh no, he's alive.
He's
Okay.
good. He's fine. Like I said, he's sleeping it off.
You're all gonna do this deal or what?
I think they already did.
Okay.
That was the
That was the handoff.
Yeah.
He just kind of had to pass
just
in between them.
Kind of made it look like he was bumping into him.
Yeah, he's like, oh, sorry,
Ah,
excuse
get
me.
a job, you bum. There
Yeah.
you go. There you go, on the sly. This is an interesting part of town.
It is, yeah. I wasn't really paying attention to the map. I'd probably let's make
Yeah, just wander
let's give
around.
ourselves a goal though.
Wander around aimlessly.
Let's
you know?
aim for Central Park.
Okay, that's a good walking destination.
Yeah.
Not from there.
Well, no.
But
Well, we'll get there. We'll get. It's
there.
fine.
We'll get there.
But we do want to make sure that we are using the rules of the road properly. Like, I'm walking on sidewalks. I'm trying to take the.
Oh, of course. No. For all intents and purposes, you are a pedestrian.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that is what would make, like... So, one of the reasons that Grand Theft Auto Online has been so popular for so long is because it has a really large role-playing
Oh yeah,
community.
the role play audience
There's
is
a
massive.
bunch of people who like to mod it to add different stuff. I think there's actually a video on this channel from 3 or 4 years ago where I modded in, let's see, police pull you over there if you're speeding, or if you have a wanted level, you have to get gas for your car. Just all these different like little RPG elements that to me would make this game more fun. Like, I love the original Mafia. And one of the things that I love about the original Mafia is if you're speeding and you pass a cop, that cop's going to try to pull you over. And if you're, like, on the run from other gangsters, that's terrifying.
Oh yeah, that's why I like Driver. Did you ever play Driver?
Which Driver? Because I've played...
Driver, you are the wheelman on PlayStation.
Okay, so I rented that
Okay.
from the video warehouse and realized that I had made a mistake.
Sure.
Because I did not enjoy that game.
Here's the thing.
Driver San Francisco was
Okay.
fantastic. I love Driver San Francisco.
Once you get past the tutorial of Driver, because I mean, you got a bunch of kids who are preteens and have never heard the word slalom before. So.
I played SSX. To be fair, I'm still not 100% certain I know what slalom means. I just know what they want me to do.
What you want you to do. I mean, it is the action itself.
It's just such an awkward and ugly word.
Slalom.
Yeah.
It's the double L's, but they're not like next to each other.
Slalom. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, look at this movie poster. It says, I slept with your mom.
Blunt.
So this
To the point.
This kind of brings up a problem that GTA is going to have to really, really deal with in GTA 6.
Okay, what's that?
You look at that poster,
Uh-huh.
and you tell me if that's not a movie that you could see on Roku right now. Like, if you saw that as an actual poster on your TV, would you be surprised?
Absolutely not, because that's basically the poster for all the Meet the Parents movies.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, obviously they're trying to, like, evoke that with the font
Exactly.
and the
No,
way
it's-
that, you know, somebody's standing on something, but...
It's indicative of the time.
It
you
is,
know.
but it's also indicative of the fact that we've gone so far in the like the content landfill direction.
Oh, sure.
That one all of the satire, like I was playing GTA 3 the other day, and I'm listening to one of my favorite commercials for Grand Theft Auto, which is petsovernight.com. And petsovernight.com, little bundles of
Oh, hey,
I'm walking here. You weren't even driving.
Well, who was driving?
You knocked my hat off.
Ghost car. Are you gonna fight that guy? Are you gonna get a fight on the way to the park?
Hey.
Oh, somebody almost hit that guy. He's gonna fight that guy. That's karma. That's instant karma.
Right? That's what you get.
Guy in the Hummer knows that you were the asshole in this equation.
Here, hold on. How do I just want to get into combat without targeting? There we go. Yeah, fuck you.
Yeah, punch his truck.
Fuck your truck.
Punch it.
See ya. That's New York, baby.
Our jaunty stroll has turned into
All right,
a jog.
Nope. We can't let this get out of hand.
Okay. We can't let this turn into an actual
Yeah,
Grand Theft Auto
we
game.
can't start having fun with this.
Yeah, we are Nico Bellic, law-abiding citizen.
That's right. I did lose my hat and my glasses, which I'm not very happy about,
Oh no.
but it's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. These things happen. You lose your shit in the city.
To go back to what I was saying, petsovernight.com commercial is little bundles of love in a box delivered directly to your door. And honestly, is that a thing? Can you just adopt an animal from a shelter and have them send it to you? Like, obviously it won't be in a box.
Yeah.
Like,
Like
it's a snake.
they'll bring it in a carrier.
Yeah,
in
like
in
it'll be
special
a
truck.
courier will
Yeah.
deliver to you this animal, but that
Mm.
has to be a thing.
Has to be. In this age of mobile convenience, will they just bring anything right to your door? I can't imagine why they wouldn't bring a pet or, any kind of other live animal food for your pet. If you have a snake who needs to be fed rats or rabbits.
Well, they could freeze dry that though, right?
Yeah, they can freeze them.
Like, because rats don't have to, or
They don't
like
have to-
snakes
yeah.
don't have to eat live.
They don't have to eat
animals.
live prey. Some owners prefer for their pets to do it, though.
Well, I'm sure we all have like bougie snake owners, but
Yeah. I mean, I feel like if you own a snake, you're already a little bit bougie.
yeah, you're just weird. Like, there's something weird about owning a snake.
Eccentric. I think snakes are cool.
I think snakes are fine. I don't want to own one. I don't think they're cool.
I would own one. I think they're cool. I think they're really cool. They're just one of those animals that don't really get enough love unless you're one of those people who like weird animals. They have an essential role. They help control the rodent population.
Yeah. So why would you want to keep one in the house?
To keep rodents out.
Oh, so your snake's just gonna hang out on the floor
No,
Like slithering around, checking each room for rodents like a Roomba.
rodents no. Like
Or
they'll-
like a rat
they
Roomba.
have they have a they have a heightened sense of smell. So if you have a cat or a snake or some kind of predatory animal, they'll just kind of stay away. One of the tricks you can do is you can like take cat shit or snake shit and rub it like on your doorway, and then rats smell it and they're just like, oh, not this fucking house.
Well, I don't want to do that.
Well, you don't have to. I'm just saying it's just a little life hack.
Rubbing rat shit on your door handle is not a
Cat
life
shit.
hack.
Cat shit, not-
Any type of shit. The type of it is not the cause here.
I mean,
See, this is the,
you put cow
this-
shit in
this
your
life-
garden. Why wouldn't you put cat shit on your doorknob?
This obsession with hacking your way to easier things is gonna kill this country.
It already is. It already is.
Like,
They're telling people not to boil your chicken in NyQuil.
oh, I saw that on the news.
What the, who
Who
thinks
is doing that?
Who thinks of this shit?
Like, okay, so it was a TikTok challenge.
Yeah,
That- that
TikTok challenges are really going to put a dent in the population.
But like, boil your chicken in NyQuil.
Yeah.
That's gotta taste terrible. Number one.
That's
Like,
the thing.
Why would you do that?
I didn't want to do it until you told me not to do it.
Yeah.
Now I'm curious.
Yeah, it's like, what's the effect here?
Oh, you almost got beamed again. Ooh, good turnaround, Nico. There you go.
And then the lights all flickered because it was dramatic.
Hmm.
Does it get you high? Is it like the thing where
I
you would
would
just
think.
take too many Tylenol 3s and
Why
get all
else?
fuzzy?
Yeah, why else would you do some dumb shit unless it was to get high?
Well, that's my question. Because it feels like there's a lot of people that are doing really dumb shit out there, but it's not getting them
It's
high.
not getting them high.
Yeah.
Like the snorting of the condoms.
The what?
Oh, they did that one too. That was another TikTok.
The
channel.
what?
Yeah, people
Snorting?
They just like snort it up their nose. Like, you know how people do it with spaghetti noodles?
To come out their eyeball?
Not their eyeball, their mouth, and they just kind of loop it around
I knew a kid who could do it with milk. He would squirt milk up his nose and
and
make it come out
squirt it
his
out his
eye.
eye. Yeah, they had a record for that on Guinness.
Gross.
Yeah, for how far you could go. I can't remember what the record was, but I
Too
remember.
far.
Yeah, too far. Exactly. That's
It-
how far we are.
Yeah.
Too far.
Really fucked up car just sitting on the
Yeah,
side of the
yeah,
road
it
here.
sure is. I wonder if they're gonna come back and get it, or if that's just a fucking fixture.
Oh, it's
now.
probably because of shit like that. You see that?
Yeah.
Yeah, just turned a corner and just smashed right into it. Right behind that cop.
Oh, fucking cops in this town.
Cop's like, more than my job's
Yeah,
worth.
they don't care.
I was dangerously close to walking diagonal across the street. Bad, Nico.
Not really clearly marked crosswalks.
It's
I
not.
feel
Well,
like
this
they
one has
should-
the light.
They should get on that. No, there's usually the lines on the bottom so to be more visible.
Oh, this is a bad part of town.
It sure as shit is.
That's a hospital, though, so it's probably fine.
Yeah, it's not so bad. This guy's trying to get in your
Hey,
way.
hey. God.
Rude. People in this town. Whole ass sidewalk goes exactly the way you're going.
It's incredible.
He fucking gravitates towards you.
Fucking Trump's America.
Not no more.
Not when this was made, either.
Yeah, not when this is made.
This was Bush's America.
It sure was. Sure was.
At the time we all would rather just forget.
But we're not supposed to.
Oh, right, never forget.
We're supposed to never forget.
Never forget Bush's America.
Did they have to change this one because of 9/11, or was that just GTA 3? I thought there was something in this one they had to change.
That was 3, yeah. This one didn't get a whole bunch of like, it didn't have a lot of like cut content like a couple of the other ones did. I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of stuff that we don't know about that they planned
Right.
for that was left on the floor. The biggest thing here was, so this is the first game that came out after San Andreas. And San Andreas's big controversy was the hot coffee
Hot
thing.
coffee.
And
Which isn't even accessible unless you like.
no, you have to mod
the
the
shit
game.
out of the
yeah,
game.
it's bullshit. It's a very, very dumb controversy that a lot of politicians, including Hillary Clinton, really kind of made unnecessarily like they made a giant deal out of it for no reason.
Yeah, spearheaded by everybody's favorite anti-fun crusader of the time, Joe Lieberman, who had a real hard-on against video games back then.
Yeah, I don't miss him.
No, neither do I. Is he
Not-
dead?
I hope.
I'm gonna Google it.
I mean, honestly.
Let's find out. And if he's not dead, he should be soon. Who was it who died recently? Ken Starr. Ken Starr died recently.
My point is that in this game, Grand Theft Auto 4, because of all of the bullshit that they got from politicians, what they ended up doing was making the statue of
He's still alive.
the statue of happiness, which is like this. I'm gonna just kind of take a little shortcut here. Gonna hop across this freeway as safely as I can. Nope. Wait for the cop to pass.
Ah, there you go.
Can't let him see me jaywalking. The Statue of Liberty looks like Hillary Clinton's face. Oh, son of a bitch!
God.
Oh, ow!
Oh, hey!
Christ!
Woo. Well, at least he stopped. And there, he's fine.
Get out of here.
Ugh. Oof. Be sure to pick up your liver. Thought I saw it come out of your butthole.
Oh!
Oh,
Okay.
nice roll.
All right. All good. Back on the beat.
It's been like 20 minutes, so we haven't talked about the leak.
We haven't talked about the thing?
We haven't talked about the thing, the latest leak.
Oh,
of
yeah,
the big leak of the
A
latest
thing happened.
race and chase game.
Yeah, so obviously Grand Theft Auto has been on the minds of lots of people over the past couple of days because
I thought we just did this video on a whim.
what was it on well I mean we did. But one of the reasons that I have been replaying this game is because all of those, Rockstar games got hacked on, what was it? God, it was like Tuesday? No.
Yeah, it was Monday. Or
It was
Tuesday.
Monday? Yeah, it was because it like just happened.
Just happened.
Yeah, so on Monday, Rockstar Game. Well, really, we're telling the story in a terrible way, and I apologize to all the listeners. On late Sunday night, early Monday morning, depending on where you live, somebody uploaded, somebody named Teapot on GTA forums uploaded a file that was like a string of letters and numbers and looked like a virus, but was actually 90 plus videos of leaked Grand Theft Auto 6 content that they had gotten from Rockstar Games' servers. What seems to be the case is that they posed as a IT representative from Slack, which is a communications system that people use. I used to use Slack for work. Now I use Discord, which is no safer, but I love Slack. Slack's great, but if somebody does have your information, like your name and your password, then they can kind of just go in there and see all of the conversations that you've sent everybody and all of the files that you've sent everybody. And so what this person did is basically went through and downloaded and ripped 90 plus development files of videos of like bug testing and event sequence testing and scripting and just all this type of stuff of like early prototype GTA 6 information. It seems like all of the information in the builds dates roughly between 2019 and 2022. So it is more like Grand Theft Auto 6 has obviously been in development since 5 came out, so 9 years, and a lot of it's changed since then. A lot of the stuff that we saw in the leak seems to be more recent stuff, and it was shocking not only because, like, number one, it's one of the biggest leaks in video game history, just without the fact that you count that it's GTA, but also because Rockstar has been so incredibly secretive about all of their projects before release. Nothing like this anybody ever really thought would happen. Like, there's always these leaks that come up, quote unquote leaks that are like, oh, the new GTA game's going to be about this, or it's going to be about this, but it's almost always just some random kid bullshitting. Mm-hmm. And the most interesting thing about this leak is that it really kind of shows that a lot of other previous leaks it's fine, it's just my shin. A lot of other previous leaks about the Grand Theft Auto 6 or Grand Theft Auto 5 sequel, what we're calling Grand Theft Auto 6, were true. And I'm talking about like the Project Americas leak, where it mentioned there'd be multiple protagonists, that one of them would be a woman for the first time. Well, not the first time.
Not the first time. They did that in GTA 2, right?
Well,
You can choose to be.
Well, in GTA 2, or was it 1? It might have been both. There was like, you weren't really a character. You were just like, everybody was the same like sprite.
Yeah, you were
character,
a top-down sprite, in
but
a
you
yellow
had a
jumper.
face,
Yeah.
and you got to choose whatever your face was, and there were like female faces for that. But in GTA Online, obviously, you can make yourself a female character. But this is the first like main character
story.
in a mainline
Yeah.
game. Like, it's hard to say like if I was to say, if Grand Theft Auto 5 had like a space laser or like an electric cattle prod thing, you'd be like, oh, this is the first laser in Grand Theft Auto, but it's not really, because Grand Theft Auto 2 had like the little zappy laser thing.
Sure.
But it was so like long ago and so far away from what it kind of turned into, I don't really know if it's like comparable. It's really cool that Grand Theft Auto would like, because for the longest time it has definitely been seen as a game for male audiences primarily.
Big boys club.
Yeah. Well, little boys too.
Yeah.
Let's not.
No, I mean,
I imagine most of the boys that are really getting most of the enjoyment are fairly small.
a boys club that is large, not
Okay.
not a club of large boys.
Okay, I see. It is really nice. Number one, that they're doing it at all, but also that, at least from the majority of everything that I've seen, the fan base has been like very accepting of it. Honestly, too far in the other direction, because there's already like way too many risque Rule 34 type drawings.
Oh, they didn't waste any time.
No,
of course they didn't. They never fucking do.
If you look at who's that one GTA YouTuber who's always posting nonsense, Mr. Beast FTW.
I don't like Mr. Beast.
Yeah,
I don't like his face.
I'm mixing two different YouTubers.
Oh, okay.
Mr. Beast is a YouTuber with all of those qualities you mentioned.
Yeah, I don't like his face in
and
the
an
thumbnails.
absurd amount of money.
Yeah,
just an absolutely.
That's what I
absurd.
hate about them the most. That he flaunts his fucking wealth. I hate it. I fucking hate it, and I hate that goddamn half mouth open surprise smile. You know what I'm. I fucking in every fucking thumbnail, and it's only when I sign into YouTube when I'm not signed into YouTube,
right?
Because I just tend to avoid quote unquote most YouTubers, like the really fucking popular ones, the ones that are, oh my god, why the fuck are you even here doing this, and why are so many people watching you? But anyway, yeah,
I feel like we're getting off track here. The person that I was talking about is called the Boss FTW or something. The GTA players will know who I'm talking about, and basically like he already has one of his like YouTube thumbnails where it's just like dirty pictures of Lucia, who's one of the protagonists, and the other one is Jason, who looks like a redneck.
Yeah, I like how they're gonna do it. It's a really interesting dynamic in the story, as opposed to a bunch of guys who just meet each other. You're people who already know each other, and you're a couple.
I like the idea
modern
of them
day
being
Bonnie
a couple.
and Clyde aspect.
Yeah, well, from everything it looks like, and just knowing GTA, I really do feel like it's going to be way more natural born killers than Bonnie and Clyde.
Yeah.
That's
No,
just the
I feel
vibe that I
too.
get.
Yeah.
Just from like looking at Jason's face, it's like, you're kind of fucked up, aren't you? And I imagine Lucy is going to be no different. It's really interesting. I always felt that the relationship between all three of the characters in GTA 5 was probably the weakest part of it. Because besides like obviously Trevor and Michael have a connection,
Right.
And Michael and Franklin have a connection,
Right.
But that's kind of it.
Yeah.
And if you look at it just that way, which is kind of the way it's shown to us, it's like Michael feels like the main character, even though the other two have just as much, if not more, screen time.
Yeah.
And then you kind of like, it's like, okay, well then is Franklin the main character, because he's really the one who's experiencing like
He's the
growth.
outsider.
Yeah, he's the one who's coming in and growing and changing and becoming a different person by the end of it. Like
He's moving up.
Michael and Trevor end the story. Like, obviously, there's different endings to Grand Theft Auto 5, and, like, you know, you can kill one of them, you can kill another one of them, or you can make peace with everybody. But no matter what, like, Michael and Trevor in Grand Theft Auto 5 in basically the same position that they were in when they started it. You know, whether they're friends again, kind of, or not, that's about it. That's the only thing that changes. They're all still, like, in the same positions. It's just Trevor owns an airport now.
Yeah.
And so it feels like a very static story. Whereas something like this game, it changes roughly like I'd say in every act change. Grand Theft Auto games are usually split into like 3 big acts, usually encompassing like the islands or whatever.
Yeah.
We're just going to take a swim here because I don't feel like walking up the bridge.
Hey, swimming!
So we're just
Remember when you couldn't swim?
We're just going to take a nice old dip in the Hudson River.
I bet it's real tasty and smells great.
Yeah, his hair and his mouth and his ears. He's gonna be one big infection when he gets out on the other side.
So fucking lootly. Just a walking sludge man.
But it'll be really cool to see them do a relationship like that, because when you look at something like Michael's relationship to his wife, or Nico's relationship to Roman, which I think is probably one of the best relationships like Rockstar has ever done.
Can you jump out of the wave?
I'm gonna hope that it's gonna bring me up.
Yep,
right.
Yeah.
There we go.
Nice.
Yes.
Nice.
That's probably something that would not have been possible if it had not been so stormy.
Mm-hmm.
So, good on you, Nico. Let's get you out of these clothes as soon as we can.
Oh my god.
Like our nice morning stroll has kind of taken a turn for the worst.
It sure has. This weather is and we did not bring an umbrella.
That was what I was thinking. I wonder if
because you saw the duffel bags.
Yeah, well, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So in the Grand Theft Auto League, there was a lot of things that were kind of what I was talking about earlier. There were a lot of things that were confirmed that had been rumored previously. One of those things, obviously, is that it's going to be set in Vice City. We kind of all assumed that anyway, because in this generation, we once again went to Liberty City, and then we went to San Andreas, so, you know, there's 3 cities that Grand Theft Auto likes. We got to do all of them. It'd be weird if we didn't. But it also seems like there's rumors of, like, a Rio de Janeiro style area, somewhere in like the Middle America or Central America, maybe even Ireland. It's hard to say, but it doesn't seem like it's all going to be in Vice City, or if it is, then there's like a very large overworld that has like Everglades and swamps and stuff like that. That's not just going to be like the city on the islands like it was in Vice City. Another thing that was confirmed by the leaks is that obviously the 2 characters that we talked about, but that there's going to be like more of a Red Dead Redemption 2 style inventory system where you can have like you can pick up and put down duffel bags, but then you can also like put things in your duffel bag and take it out. And I really hope, me personally, like all I want is just for the robbery system in San Andreas to come back. That's always been my favorite Grand Theft Auto minigame. But even if it's not that, even if it's just like you can take your duffel bag and walk into like a Costco and like try to load up as much shit as you
just
can,
grab shit, yeah,
and then say like you have to, you know, you get as much stuff as you can, and then you go through the doorway and you get like a 4-star wanted level. You get a wanting level that's dependent on like how many times you set off the alarm. Yeah. Well, I'm imagining like you're walking through those doors that have the automatic alarm if anything is getting stolen, you know? So yeah, based on the value of that merchandise, that's how many stars you get.
Oh, and you can do like a Hitman thing if you're wearing like, just say you're wearing a Walmart vest, you can just walk out with it.
It's like, no, this is one of those bring it to your car deliveries.
Yeah, I gotta take it to the curbside.
Quick little shortcut through this boating area here. You know, if my memory is correct, and I think it is, this is a Pecky mission area later.
Yeah.
Remember Pecky?
Don't remember Packy. Like I said, this is the one I know the least about.
Yeah, Pecky is a Irish immigrant who you become friends with. You get pretty in close with the Irish mob in this game, which is really fun. It's one you don't see that often.
No, you don't.
Oh, what do we
Was
got
this
here?
a hidden package?
That's
Or is
a
it
body
change
armor.
of clothes. Okay.
We got some body armor.
Body armor.
Nice. Oh, that poor
There's
boat.
Was that another one over there? No, the gun.
There's a gun over
There's
there.
a gun over there.
Yeah, this is definitely a mission area.
Mm-hmm. Hey, nice.
I'll be taking you and putting you away.
So, are they gonna have the tried and true real estate guy trying to start a gang war to drive down property values?
You're talking
subplot?
about Avery Carrington.
Avery Carrington, and I think
played by Burt Reynolds.
Burt Reynolds and Donald Love tried to do something similar too.
Donald Love was Avery Carrington's like the guy he is like his second in command.
Oh,
kind of his,
like-
kind of his
okay.
assistant.
Oh, okay.
That's how Donald Love started. Ow!
Oh,
Come on! I'm swimming here. That's how Donald Love learned all of his tricks of the trade in business, was by working with Avery Carrington. Now, Burt Reynolds is dead,
Burt Reynolds is dead.
so I don't know exactly how well he'll be able to voice Avery Carrington.
So is Ray Liotta if they decide to bring Tommy, but I don't think they will. But I mean, how are they going to connect the games? Are we going to have Ken?
Oh no, this island's not unlocked yet.
Oh shit!
Shit.
They're going to kill you.
It's okay. No, it's not.
It's not.
I'm dead. Aww. Oh no!
Ah!
I missed the ragdoll from this game.
Another
Like-
dead immigrant in the harbor.
This is something that I always forget until I play this for the first time and again, and that's like whenever you're in a car, you're definitely not wearing a seatbelt because like am I gonna die or
Yeah.
am I good?
No,
No,
there is no return for you. You are stuck wherever you are. This is purgatory. You are stuck in your body, and you must float until you descend.
I have unfinished business. I gotta go to the park.
I gotta go bowling.
Somebody take me to the park. Helicopter.
I got this revenge. I gotta enact.
This is like the end of Carly. This is like the end and the beginning of Carlito's Way.
Oh yeah.
The choppers circle my corpse.
It really is a beautiful shot.
It is. Yeah.
It really is.
Well,
Wow.
the game looks good in black and white.
It does.
Oh, I can zoom. Hey, come save me! Hey guys!
Somebody call the corpse guys. I'm not going in to fish them out.
Oh, I think I figured it out.
Oh. All right then.
Oh man, what a dream!
Yeah.
But where did my hat and my glasses go, and why am I so angry?
You're angry because you lost your hat and your glasses.
Motherfucker.
And your socks are wet. It wasn't a dream.
Alright, fine. Wait, no, limo.
Oh, I thought we were gonna go save some lives.
Oh no, we're gonna go take some lives. Stop it!
This city's taken enough from me, and
Oh.
there's a curb there.
Apparently.
What much?
Alright, so I don't have my guns anymore, because I died.
Why are you taking Right Said Fred's car?
I'm taking all the cars,
Except for the limo.
except for the limo. Nobody wanted that. God damn it, Grand Theft Auto, I tried so hard to make you boring.
That's a testament to Grand Theft Auto. You just can't make it boring.
Excuse
Whoa!
me.
Hey, nice,
Oh.
nice cop swerve.
Alright, you know what? Fuck this car. Oh, I've still got my Uzi. Oh, I've still got all my guns.
Wow.
I guess because I died, I didn't get busted.
Yeah. Okay.
I thought I lost him when I died, though. Maybe I've just been playing GTA 3 for too long. Anyway, let's shoot this police officer.
Wholesome.
Who wants some? Who's coming to collect them?
Would that get you 3 stars? Here they go in the chopper.
Retribution! Oh yeah, we want retribution! Yeah, we ran out of patience for your love with the cold hard hatred. I can feel the vibration, feet in the streets, it's a new sensation. I wanna break faces.
That's something that I do wish would come back, is the more uses of like the internet and police computers and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
On the pavement, I wanna make greatness look complacent. Adrenaline awakened, I can taste it. We can make an impact.
Well, this didn't work at all.
Nope. You try to take a nice, lovely stroll, and then you get run over. It rains.
It wasn't me. It was that 16-year-old in the UK.
You fall into the river.
Leave me alone, FBI. I didn't hack the Ubers.
Oh yeah, they are investigating that, aren't they?
Yeah, so the FBI, to kind of like wrap up talking about the leak a little bit, the FBI is currently investigating with the assistance of Rockstar Games and the assistance of Uber, who was recently hacked, and it is believed to be the same kid. Yeah.
Was that confirmed or not that he was part of that hacker group, Lapsus?
I do not know.
Oh, okay.
I do not. I am not
I've been
aware
seeing
of...
their name all over this news.
Okay.
And they're the people of the mine. I'm sure you've seen them. They're Rockstar leaked it themselves for free press.
Oh yeah, that's what companies do.
Yeah.
That's insane. Like the biggest. Do you have a little bit more of things that I want to say on this subject? The biggest thing to me about that. So, I guess we'll kind of back up. So yeah, big week for video game leaks. It wasn't just Rockstar even who got their stuff hacked, because apparently just a couple of days ago, Take-Two's other company, 2K,
Yep.
got hacked, and everybody... So if you have a 2K account, by the way, change your password, because everybody's password and emails got hacked.
I don't think I have an active 2K account. I can't remember the last time I actually had one or needed one.
So, but do you have one that may have lapsed? That has, like, information tied to it that you wouldn't want getting out still?
Oh no, probably just an old credit card that was from 4 or 5 credit cards ago.
You, sir, have too many credit cards.
I've used too many banks.
Not just 2K, but also a lot of random video game companies got their stuff leaked from a guy named Dan Allen. Have you seen this? Have you heard about this?
I don't know Dan Allen.
Oh, you're lucky. All right, so this has been this week's shitstorm in the gaming journalism scene, right?
Yeah, a real hack job.
Yeah. So, perhaps like of people who think Twitter account followers equal
Clout and relevance.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So say you wanted that for whatever reason.
Sure.
You wanted to get like popular on Twitter, and you wanted to like be the inside guy that told everybody all the stuff before they knew about it, so that they would love you the most.
Yeah. Okay.
So you're already a gaming journalist. You already have a YouTube account where you do like Let's Plays and walkthroughs. You get lots of good views. You have a series where you're replaying Red Dead Redemption with the actor who voiced John Marston.
Mm-hmm.
And so then what you decide to do is every time you get information under an NDA or under embargo, you then just say that information out loud with a different Twitter account.
I'm not violating my NDA. This is somebody else entirely.
And so
I don't know where they got that information.
And then like, so you're doing that a lot, right? You've been doing it for a couple of months. You're into that high of like, oh, everybody fucking going to me for the inside knowledge.
Has somebody spilled this guy's beans yet? So nobody will fucking talk to him anymore?
And then you comment on, you know how like Twitter has threads where like, you say something and then later on like somebody will reply and then you say something else.
Did he forget to switch to the backup account?
And you forget to switch to your backup account. And you out yourself as a goddamn NDA breaking piece of shit.
Congratulations.
Asshole. Like, it's such a goddamn slap in the face to all journalists who try really, really hard to be quiet about the stuff that they're working on.
Uh-huh.
Like, the amount of times I have, like, laid awake at night wondering if I scheduled my review to go up at the right time, or if I, like, scheduled a news piece, it's like, fuck, okay, so that was, they said the embargo was 8 p.m. BST, so that means for me, it would have to, you do the quick math in your head, but then the site that you're scheduling something in is in Pacific time, and so you have to translate it from British time to your time, and then to Pacific time, and make sure it all lines up right. It's just, and for nothing, for literally nothing, for just people being like, oh, this guy, who, again, because you're saying all these things that are under NDA and they are embargoed, you're using a fake name, and it's not something you can ever take credit for. Like, what is the point?
Sweet, sweet click revenue.
And so then you post it with your actual account under your primary. Everybody finds out kind of all at once. You freak out, delete everything that you have.
It's too late, screenshot.
It's too late. It's all there. You probably are going to get sued by some sort of company. Probably multiple companies, honestly.
A few of them, yeah.
And so then you post a 5-minute apology video to your YouTube account.
For what it's worth.
And just saying, like, hey, I'm sorry. Here's 5 minutes of me saying I'm sorry I got caught in different voices. It's just like, what the fuck, man? It's such and the sickening thing about this too.
Oh, there's a more sickening part?
Well, yes, because over the past 2 weeks, we've had layoffs at Future, who owns like TechRadar, Cinema Blend, a bunch of small-time websites. We've had layoffs at G4. We've had layoffs at almost the entirety of Fanbyte, except for their guide section. Gaming journalism has seen so many cuts and like tear-ups over the past couple of weeks that then and that was literally just 1 week ago when all of those things happened, which was the same week that Nintendo Direct happened, the same week that PlayStation had their showcase, and it's like there was a little tiny mini E3 last week that just, like, Nintendo showed Breath of the Wild 2, PlayStation showed God of War 2, like, all the biggest games, fucking Pokemon Stadium's coming to Switch now.
Yeah.
Like, this massive amount of really cool looking
You don't have to
games.
shoot me. I turned around. I'm going back to where I'm supposed to be. You don't have to. No, you don't gotta. You don't gotta do it.
Get on the boat.
You don't gotta do
Get
it.
the boat.
I'm telling you.
Oh.
No.
Alright, welcome to the abyss. Oh, sure. 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 Just let him go.
The Abyss didn't want to let you go. It's
I never played MS Paramedic. I played MS Paint.
It's not finished with you. I played Mario Paint.
It was an interesting video about Mario Paint, like one of those Did You Know Gaming.
Oh, okay, yeah.
It was like here's every Mario game that was only released in Japan. They had like a whole section on different Mario Paint games. And also like, you know, all the weird Nintendo Mario shit that they had where it was like Mario Crochet. It's exactly what it sounds like. It teaches you how to knit a sweater with a Mario face on it.
Wow.
And it comes with like a little thing.
That damn Mario, they will put his face on anything. He is a moneymaker.
Do you care about Pikmin?
I do not care about Pikmin. I know that they're releasing Pikmin 4. I know that was one of the things.
That was one of the things
in
at the
between
Direct.
farming games.
Yeah, there was Nintendo Direct was 90% farming
whole
games.
Fucking lot of them. We've undergone like a Pokemon renaissance at my house.
Okay.
We started because they opened that game store, Cerberus Legion Games. Shout out, close to my house, and they're like really high on the Pokemon card game, which is a lot of fun. So we've been getting a lot of those because we had a bunch of the cards left over from like when we collected
when you were children.
when we were children.
My children have some Pokemon cards.
It's probably worth something. You can get them graded.
Oh no, this is stuff that I like. No, Ayla is like I bought cards for.
Oh, okay.
For the kids, yeah.
Oh, okay. All right, gotcha.
Yeah, no, I'm one of those like people at Walmart being like, and what's the VMAX mean? Well, the kids like it if it's
the
a
kids
VMAX.
like the VMAX.
It's $20 more. It seems unnecessary. And this is a very large box for what I assume are very few cards.
VMAX, very maximum price. But yeah, I downloaded Pokemon Go again. It's fun. They
It's still Pokemon Go.
It's still Pokemon Go. We did an interesting challenge where you.
Is it a Nuzlocke?
It is not a we did not do a Nuzlocke run. Did you see that shit where it's like some Game Freak developers are saying Nuzlocke is tantamount to breaking the game and like modding it to shit? Which,
Yeah, that was
not.
taken out of context, and it's not what they said.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
All right. I didn't read into it.
They're fine with it.
Oh, okay. Coolio. But yeah, we did the challenge was you roll some dice, and then the corresponding number is the Pokemon you get based on the dex of that region.
Okay.
And then you have to go through the game with only those Pokemon.
This is a card.
No, this was actually we did this in Sun and Moon on DS, 3DS.
Is it like a modded version of Sun and Moon? Like,
No, you just have to adhere to the rules you set.
Okay, but when you say like you roll a dice, is that literally like you have a starter, so you roll a dice to decide your starter?
Yes.
Okay.
And then everything else you roll, and then you can't really have another Pokemon until you're able to catch that one Pokemon.
Oh, so wait. How do you decide which Pokemon? Like if I started the game and I rolled dice, I had a starter Pokemon, and then my first Pokemon I meet out in the wild, I have to catch that one, or
No, unless it's on your list that you have rolled, you cannot catch it. I mean, you can, you just can't fight with it.
But there's like 600 and something Pokemon in Sun and Moon.
There's almost 1,000 total now. But
I
yeah,
know
Sun
how
and
many
Moon-
there are now.
Oh, okay, all right.
There's 898.
I had the thought before you got your sentence out. All right.
898. It's a lot. And it'll probably be over 1,000 once Scarlet and Violet release.
True.
Which is too many. Come up with a new idea, Game Freak.
No.
You've been milking this one for long enough.
They are not going to come up. As long as it keeps making money, they are not.
It's like, imagine... I don't know.
I think my next one is I want to do a free Pokemon challenge. It's like only Pokemon that you get for free. Like your starter and ones that people give you for doing certain things and ones that you could just find.
How many Pokemon can you just find?
And also ones that you like get from fossils. In the first games, you get your starter. You find Eevee in a laboratory. You get Ammonite or Kabuto from a fossil. You get Aerodactyl from a fossil.
What's your favorite Pokemon?
My favorite Pokemon? That is a two-part question. My favorite Pokemon from the original 150 is Beedrill, and my favorite Pokemon from the newer gens is Hawlucha.
Would you say you like Hawlucha more than Beedrill?
I wouldn't say that.
Because the newer gens also include the older gens.
They-
It's all added up together.
They do. I had to say Beedrill edges them out just because of the nostalgia factor.
I cannot possibly remember the name of any Pokemon that was not in the first 150.
Sure.
Like, I've got almost all of those memorized. Like, if you say it, I wouldn't be able to tell you them all. But if you said it, I could tell you whether it was in the original or whether it was from a different one.
Sure.
But it's just... once they even went up past 150, I was like, this is too many.
Yeah.
This is too many things.
I feel that. Hey.
You try to push this guy off?
Hey, guess what? Hey. I want to let you know something. You're doing a great job. You are. I want you... Listen to me. I want you to have a great day sweeping. Okay? Kind of looks like shit over here, but other than that,
This corner is...
this is stellar. You're doing a great job, buddy.
Bridge is out.
Wonder if I can make that gap.
Just hop over this.
Where's the fun in that?
That's the gap.
Yeah, that's the gap. All right.
You can do this.
Oh!
All right, now here's the question: can you walk on this right ledge here, balance, and make it to the other end?
Let's see.
Oh God.
Okay.
Oh God.
What?
Whoop, 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 whoop.
Ah!
No!
Get back up. Do it again. I think we're going to be hearing from the Leone crime family. Any representative of?
It's interesting to think about all of the things from the original Vice City that could make its way back, because obviously we've done Liberty City here again, and you know the Leone crime family was the main mobsters in Grand Theft Auto 3 and in Liberty City. It was the Leone crime family, the Yakuza, the Yardis, the cartel, but like even though the cartel ended up being like the big bad, a good like first chunk, the entire first chunk of the game is focused on the Leone family. And they're always been really cool. I do like the mob family in this game a good bit. I think that for Vice City, it's going to be different because with the time change, like we saw in the leaks, we saw present day Vice City. This
Yes.
isn't like Vice City in the 70s or the 90s or the even like when Grand Theft Auto 3 was or 5 was set, which is 2013. Like no matter what, it's complicated because on one hand it seems like no matter what we should be at least like 10 years in the future from Grand Theft Auto 3 when this game comes out, because when Grand Theft Auto 3 released it was set. Yeah, that's your car from a while ago.
It's like that's the same one. Okay,
that's how you got here.
Yeah.
Grand Theft Auto 5 when it came out was set in 2013, which is the year that it came out.
Joggers, let's jog.
And it will be interesting to see whether Grand Theft Auto 6 is set just like 1 or 2 years after that, because based on like that conversation that we saw by the pool, these people are talking about
On your
like
left.
Jay. They were talking about Jay Norris, and you know that even though he like that's somebody that we shot in, or not shot,
We
but
we exploded his head.
we exploded his head in Grand Theft Auto 5. And so it seems like that maybe wasn't that long ago, but then again, like if you saw Mark Zuckerberg's head get exploded on live TV, that's probably something we would still talk about 10 years later.
We probably would, yeah. It would come up in conversation.
Just every now and then,
Yeah.
especially if somebody mentioned them as like the leader of an Illuminati. Maybe that even makes more sense, because the longer someone's dead, the more conspiracy theories people start to make over them.
I think we would talk more about, hey, remember how Mark Zuckerberg's head exploded? How come nobody else's head explodes? Why was he the
Why
only
was that the only
why was
head
he
exploded?
the only one?
assassination?
You figure once one pop up, you start seeing them everywhere. But no.
That's a hard thing to replicate.
Yeah, honestly.
All that to just drop.
Just drop your soda in awe. You gonna drink that? You gonna finish that? Oh, I'm sorry.
There's a trash can.
That's a latte. Actually, hold on.
You're walking towards the trash can.
I can't stand litter bugs. How do I punch you?
You have to hold the trigger to target.
Oh yeah.
And now the face button. Yeah.
Get back here and pick your shit up.
Oh,
Get back here and pick your shit up.
the guy with the groceries is kind of getting in between y'all.
He didn't drop a single grocery.
And look, there's a sign right there that says no littering.
Oh, look, yeah, see right there? It says no littering.
Or open fries. What? Oh, fires.
No open fire.
That makes more sense.
Keep your fries closed.
I was like, well, that's weird.
Most fry boxes are open. You don't really see many
that's why I was
closed fry
confused.
boxes.
I do think that there's going to be very few things overall that we like plot-wise that carries over from Vice City to Grand Theft Auto 6. I think it would be a mistake to not mention Tommy Vercetti or like the Vercetti family at some point, just because it, you know, being that he's like one of the few characters that we never really got to see, you know, how that story ended. It would be nice to have some sort of closure on what happened to Tommy. Because you get a little bit with Kent Paul and Ken Rosenberg in San Andreas, but you don't really get the full story of what happened to Tommy after the game was over. And from how I understand it, he was still alive, like at the time of San Andreas. Really, what I'm more curious about is like secondary and tertiary characters from both this game and from 5 that will probably be in 6. Like
Wade.
Wade, yes. I think that because Wade's alive, correct? Like Wade does not
Wade
die.
survived. Yeah, Wade survived. Did Ron survive too? Didn't he?
That's fine. I don't care. I don't care about Ron. But
I don't think Ron cares about Ron.
yeah, exactly. But I think it would be fantastic if Wade was still around. You know, he's a great little character. If he could maybe like grow some, like have a little more of a backbone.
Yeah.
Just a little tougher, not quite so eager to want to sit around with poop all over him. But goddamn, he's so funny.
He is.
Just that one mission where he kept knocking him out of the back of the truck. Yeah, you have some seatbelts back here, some straps or something. I would really like to see more of like the FBI that was tracking down like Michael's FBI friend.
Oh, the FIB.
Yeah, FIB. Sorry.
Yeah, I liked that guy as a character.
Yeah, he was neat. He seemed like a real character.
Yeah, he really did.
He
really did.
very much felt like someone that was cast for a role in a movie to be this character.
And nailed it.
Yeah, it nailed it. But I also really miss the CIA agent from what's his name? From San Andreas. Oh,
Real fun. Always wear a helmet, kids.
Every time you die, it's like, hey, you want to save that clip of you dying?
It was really cool.
Did you die funny enough to share it with your friends?
All right, let's go this way.
Another thing that I did see in the leak stuff was there was like a sign next to a wooded area, and it had like "Beware all these animals." And I would really like it if there were like the type of animal variety that you get in something like Red Dead Redemption 2. Like, it doesn't have to be nearly that much because this is a city and not the woods.
Right.
But to have, you know, squirrels and birds and like cats and dogs and
Coyotes,
deer, even like alligators. If we're doing Florida,
yeah, you're gonna do a swamp.
Yeah, if you're gonna do a swamp, you have to do.
I
lots
noticed
of
the
alligators.
lily pads. I loved the lily pads. I felt that was a really good touch.
Just little stuff like that to make it a lot more like believable and real. Obviously, there was the whole robbing the diner scene, which felt very out of like Pulp Fiction.
Waffle House robbery simulator.
Waffle House robbery. Oh, that's a fire station that you were at.
Oh.
No, go back this way.
Yeah.
Sup, guys?
Hey, fellas.
What does that say on that flag?
Fight any good fires lately? Don't tread on me.
So again, that was satire. It means something a little bit different now.
Please tread on me.
Like, because the "Don't Tread on Me" was the yellow flag with the snake.
With the snake, and he was
and,
all coiled up.
And this one's doing it on top of an American flag to be satire.
Yeah.
But you see, we had the whole thing where a bunch of Nazis tried to take over the Capitol a couple of years ago.
I remember that.
And now this means something all different. Which is a shame because I used to have a Don't Tread on Me flag. I still do. It's just balled up where nobody can see it and judge me for it.
It's true. It's a shame that such a symbol of self-reliance and seeking independence has been turned into such a paltry, awful symbol for shitbags.
I know. I can't even use a tiki torch to have a
Exactly.
cookout.
You can't fucking use. What else are these fucking honkies gonna take from us? Never forget what they took from you. And yes, I'm
Speaking
white.
of that, did you see?
And I said honky.
Did you see?
Because these honkies ain't shit. You know the honkies. What did I see?
Did you see on the news just today that did you see on the news today
Oh, boy.
that the district attorney has indicted Trump and his kids?
And his kids for fraud.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did see
Like
that.
big old business fraud.
Uh-huh.
Like a couple hundreds of millions of dollars of business fraud.
Oh yeah.
And says if it gets in, then they can't like legally own or operate businesses in New York for 5 years.
You want to talk about a criminal organization right there? That's one of the best run ones in the world. Well, not anymore. It's kind of crumbling.
The district attorney's office?
No, the Trump family.
Oh,
Well, it depends on what city you're in.
oh, don't go here.
Oh, we're gonna get
That's,
demonetized.
that's the demonetization building.
That's the demonetization zone. You don't want to go in there.
Just gonna sneak in. If I'm just gonna poke my head in here. Oh, the Triangle Club, huh? The shape of the
Things to come. That was another thing
That's
that
funny.
I kind of
That's funny.
I noticed during the leak. And it could be because it's not finished, or it could be that half the creative team up and fucking split. But I didn't notice any like clever or off the wall weird signage or brands yet.
Well, that's the thing is a lot of the times, especially for those types of tests. This is the other thing I want to talk about. I'm so glad you brought this up.
Yeah.
Can you do it in a different building?
Absolutely. No, I'm sorry, I can't. we should go.
I think that one of the things that this leak really kind of exposed is that the majority of the public has no idea how game development works, and nor do they like care to find out.
Sure.
But immediately when they saw this, they were just like, "Oh, well, that looks like shit. That
It
doesn't,
look
finished."
finished. No
Yeah.
shit.
But also, like, even when you're saying stuff like, I didn't see any, like, snarky artwork on the walls, it's like, because that's not what that test was for. That test that you saw...
But I did see clear like signage and brands.
Well,
I
yeah,
just-
but
it
a lot
just-
of that is, like,
I just
placeholder.
decided to make note of it.
Well, no, I think that when you do... Like, obviously there were, like, clear signage and brands, but a lot of it, to me, really felt like placeholder assets from GTA 5 that are just there so that they can be, like, the mock-up of the world. And like that type of stuff is the things that you like paint in later. Or you like change the textures to the actual ones that you're going to use. A lot of games like mid-development just use like placeholder shit all over the place. Just because like if you're testing somebody like how they lean up against a wall, how they squat up and down, you don't want your processor having to pull all this other information. You'll just get something that's very low res, very like either already done or doesn't matter. It just needs to represent a thing and kind of put it there in the background. But yeah, like the amount of idiots that were talking about like how bad it looks was like it incredibly depressing.
It
like,
really, oh man, it gives you no hope whatsoever.
the thing is that I feel like that's the case because game companies, more so than movies, very rarely offer those kinds of like behind the scenes looks at stuff. Like we have we're lucky enough now to live in an age of like YouTube, which gives us things like no-clip documentaries where they can go to studios, talk about the process, and like kind of document that. It used to be that like every single DVD that you bought had a making of that movie on the DVD.
Mm-hmm.
And even if it didn't, like it probably like aired somewhere, or like the cast would get together and discuss. Like you never see, even when they fucking like actors go to late night shows and talk about, like, here's a funny story from set, or we were shooting this scene, or something like that. Like, you've never seen a bunch of game developers get around and just talk about, oh yeah, when I was doing this and this thing bugged out and it was fucked up, and
because it's
I tried to make one wheel of cheese, and then all of a sudden we made 900 wheels of cheese, and I thought that was really funny. So I made it a cheat, so you could press the cheese button.
It's really hard to churn funny anecdotes out of big fucking crunch time shit schedules like these people have. But I did hear they're getting better about that.
There is that, and that is like, but that's indicative of the problem. Like, the fact that you can't do that because you are crunching probably means you shouldn't be crunching. You shouldn't be in the first place, even without that as an incentive of something you could be doing that's better use of your time. I don't think that every single game in the world needs to show the players where they're at every stage of the development process. Like, that's ridiculous. People need to be able to create their art in their vacuum. I do think, however, like, outside of stuff like NoClip and, like, the very rare other companies that do, like, video game documentaries, Escapist does pretty good ones, and then, like, GDC talks, there's no way for the general public to ever understand, like, how a game gets made. And if they don't understand that, then they're gonna have those dumbass thoughts whenever they see something that's unfinished. And obviously, like, it's a double-edged sword, but I think that the solution is just that once a game is out there, once it's in your hands, like, once it's been a year or two, the thing that Valve does that I really love is those guided commentaries, the developers' commentaries, where it's like a little speech bubble in the room. You walk into a portal room and there's a little speech bubble. And if you walk up and press the speech bubble, a developer will pop on and talk you through everything they did to make that room. And that's really fucking cool.
It is.
And more stuff like that would mean that people get educated and they wouldn't, like, pop off the handle in really, really stupid ways when they see something that says, in development, leaked footage from a game that hasn't officially had a trailer, and then be like, oh, this doesn't look done yet.
We live in an age of convenience where people just want everything now, and they haven't learned how to temper their expectations. And it's not like, it's not like when we were younger and we had to actually wait for shit.
I mean, I remember waiting 30 minutes at a time for single still images on the Grand Theft Auto Vice City website to load, like, just on a dial-up modem, just like, and just like a little tiny, the picture just like loads one line at a time as the computer builds the graphics out of coal and tar.
And we didn't have Nexus mods and Wii mod and shit like that yet. We had to
No, you just tried and then broke your game.
No, and you had to go to the playground and get codes written down on a little sheet of paper that was all sweaty from your pocket when you got home. I'm going to try to bowl this Tai Chi guy. I'm going to run into him and then I'm going to jump, and hopefully it'll tumble us both off the cliff.
All right, I'm totally with you. Let's do it.
All right.
That's my jump button.
Make sure I get my jump button right.
Yeah, he's got his stretches.
I got a limber.
Yours.
Boom! Ah! Just went right through him. There's that instant karma. It was the Tai Chi. The Tai Chi saved him. If it weren't for the Tai Chi, he'd be fucking dead. The Tai Chi physically conditioned him to where he can just astrally project through anyone who's trying to accost him on the edge of a fucking cliff.
All right, so I know you have to go.
I do.
I should probably check on my children. So I guess the last thing to say is, like, what is the thing that you are most looking forward to about the next Grand Theft Auto game?
I want... Okay, so you know how there are basically mission lines to where you can do certain things for a certain period of time until you get tired of them, like the police missions or the taxi missions.
Right.
I want more heist planning and heist execution. I want comprehensive heisting. I just want... All I want is heisting.
You want the heist stuff that they promised you in the trailer for Grand Theft Auto 5.
That is correct.
And instead of it just being that one scene.
I want the casino heist. I want the fucking jewelry store heist, with the fucking
you can do the casino heist in GTA Online.
But,
But you do have to do all of that prep work with other players.
See, that sounds awesome.
Okay.
I'm gonna do that.
Hey, you know, it's fun. It's there.
Yeah.
That's what it's for.
All right.
All right. Well, cool.
Yeah.
It was nice seeing you.
It was nice to see
Nice
you.
seeing all of y'all.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Yeah.
We will be back later.
Everyone retribution!